Hey everyone, and welcome back. I messed up the audio for tonight's narration, so instead of delaying it for a few days, I'm going to go ahead and read 3 supposedly true stories from r/Scary Stories. If you like it and want to hear more of these, just hit the like button and comment down below, and we'll keep doing more. Alright, now let's get to it. This story is from TO 2025. This story took place a few years ago when I was 14. I still experience them to this day, and I don't know the meaning behind them. So, one night I was sleeping. I had a lucid dream about me being in an empty coal mine, vacant of all life. Only wet puddles, buckets of coal, headlamps, flickering lights, picks, etc. If you've ever played Alien Isolation, it was like that. I had to hide from something unknown to even me. I didn't even bother continuing to hide too, so I kept going. As soon as I stepped out of where I was hiding, a large, tall, lanky stick figure that was the purest form of black I'd ever seen was walking through the halls of the mine. I screamed and ran around. The stick man multiplied into many stick men, and I woke up in a cold sweat. This dream, among many other variants of it, have been popping up in and out of occasional dreams. I have no idea what it means. Well, maybe it means you need to stay away from stick men. I mean, I know I would after that dream. This next story is from Haidar 121. This happened a couple years ago. My dad was away at work and it was 2 p.m. on a Saturday. Someone knocked on our front door. Normally one of us siblings would rush to open it without checking who it was. We would not usually have any guests, but this time, all of us didn't care. My mom was taking a shower in the bathroom and we were all on our phones. Suddenly, this guy started banging on our front door and trying to break it. We were all in shock and we had nothing to say. After it had stopped, I went to the front room and looked out our window. I saw 2 men, one armed with a machete walking away. One of them stared at me straight in the eyes but didn't do anything. After that, we could not open the door all day as it was jammed. The scary part is, when my dad came home, he gave the door a little nudge and it opened. I still thank God to this day. I have no idea how we're all still alive. We didn't tell the police, but after that we would never open the door without having a good look on who was there. This is 100% legit and it actually happened to me. Jesus Christ, somebody was trying to break down your door with a machete? That sounds absolutely terrifying. I mean, it could be worse. It could be Jason Voorhees, but still, jeez. This next post is by user RLFineAF. Jeez. Nice username. I love it. Over a decade ago, I went to Afghanistan to see family. I hadn't been there since I was 1, and now I was 18 seeing everything for the first time. I always heard a ton of folklore from my parents or from my cousins during sleepovers. I never believed any of it, but it was fun to get excited and pretend these stories were real. Well, while I was visiting for the first time since I moved to the US, I was being told these crazy stories about PARI. I think, don't quote me on this, the English definition would be similar to fairy. They are gorgeous, non-human beings that lure men for whatever reason. So these kids I was staying with kept telling me stories about one particular PARI. I was like, sounds cool, whatever. It was a story about how she told her human husband not to ever ask about her kids or something, because if he ever inquired about them, she'd kill them. Of course, after having her 3rd child, her husband demanded to see them, and she in turn killed all 3 of the kids. I didn't think much of the story because PARI are so mythical. It's hard to be scared by something you know doesn't exist. A week later, we were in some remote village when we were told we were going to a picnic. We had some food and we headed up this hill. There was a graveyard and some shrines. For a graveyard, that place was very gorgeous. There were mulberry trees and a stream. There were a lot of goats and cute animals. When I got to the top of the hill, I heard my cousin whispering something to me. I asked him to clarify, but when I turned to him, nobody was there. And I was like, nope. I ran so fast, laugh out loud. Then we went into one of the shrines. The graves inside the shrines were different. They were like triangular mud structures, and there was a big one and then 3 little ones. I asked my cousin who was buried there. She told me the PARI and her 3 kids. That's when I was like, I'm ready to go. Shoot, after visiting the fairy godmother from hell, I'd be ready to go too. Screw that place. Welp, everybody, that wraps up the stories for today. Sorry to stray from the normal path, but I really messed up that audio. It was for Chuck E. Cheese Part 4. If you like this and want me to keep continuing, I can do a lot more stories next time. Or if you'd rather just me do the normal thing, I can go back to doing that. Either way works. Or if you have any other suggestions for stuff you'd like to hear, let me know, all right? I'm here for you guys. All right, well, have a fantastic day/night. Peace out.